I'm about to make you a ton of money in just a few minutes, so pay attention. So in this video, we are going to be talking about a few different things. Firstly, how you can start selling higher priced products so that you can 10x the amount that you're making in just a few days. Then we're going to be talking about how business owners do exactly this. And then finally, once you have all of this money, where you go from there. So firstly, I need you to write down the average price of the main thing that you sell. So if the main thing that you sell is $100, then write that down. Right next to it, I need you to write whatever 5x, 10x, and 100x is of that price. So if the main thing that you sell is $100, 5x is $500, 10x is $1,000, and 100x is $10,000. So write those prices down. Now, if you want to make more money, you need to sell expensive things at these prices. There is absolutely no strategic benefit to being the cheapest in the market, but there is to being the most expensive in the market. Now, the only possible strategic benefit to being the cheapest in the market is that you went in with that strategy and built your entire business around the idea of efficiency and automation. But if you did not do that and you are trying to sell the same service as others and compete on price, you will lose, and eventually there will be no profit left and your business will fail. And I don't think that's why you got into business. No matter what you sell though, you should be selling things that are 5x or 10x more expensive than what you're selling right now. Many businesses will use what's called a price anchor. For example, I'll go to a furniture store to buy a new couch and they'll take me over to the brand new couches that are $4,000 or $5,000 and they'll be really nice, but I'll look at them and I'll see the price tag and I'll be like, well damn, I don't have $4 or $5 grand to spend on a new couch. So then they'll take me over to the $1,500 couches and I'll be like, all right, I can get with this. These are nice couches. But the thing is that there will be people who see those $4,000 or $5,000 couches and will be like, okay, I'm in. But price anchors don't just have one benefit, because for the people who aren't going to buy that super expensive first product, you then can price your other products against that. And then they can begin to see the lens of which your pricing is made. For example, if I say $1,000 and then I say $10,000, most people are gonna be like, well crap, that's huge. But if I say $1,000 first and then I say, I don't know, $100 or $50, it sounds like a lot less. So if you have a membership program or a list of services you provide on like a website, you want to list the most expensive things first, not the least expensive, because then everything will seem so much cheaper in comparison. So the way I explain this to a lot of people is using the small, medium, large example. Now we could use small, medium, large Cokes or fries or whatever, but in this case, let's just use Cokes, all right? So we have the large $5 Coke, and then we have the small $2 Coke, and then we have the medium. Now, where we put this medium price is going to determine what we sell more of. Now, there's just going to be a certain percent of people that are going to buy the small one because they're going to buy the least expensive thing, because that's just who they are, and that's whatever, that's fine. But the majority of people are going to buy based upon the price. So I can do one of two things here. First, I could make this medium Coke say $2.50 or $3, and a lot of people are gonna buy this medium because it seems like it's a good price. Or I could make this medium say $4 or $4.50, and a lot of people are gonna buy the large because it seems like they're getting twice the amount for only $1 more. But what people forget is we make up all the prices, literally all of them. But at the end of the day, people want to buy great deals, not cheap stuff. And there is a major difference there. As people will say, the price is what you pay, the value is what you get, and the deal is usually somewhere in between the two. But think about this for a second. If I walked up to somebody and I offered them a bar of gold for $1,000, how hard do you think it would be for them to come up with that $1,000 right then and there? What would they do for it? They call their friends, they call their family, they take out a small loan from the bank, they would sell something that they have. Why? Because they know that it's worth more than $1,000. And to be fair, it is. But the reason that I'm using this example is to explain to you that if you are selling something and people are not buying it, it is because they truly don't understand the value in what they're buying. So stop with the whole, well, people can't afford it. Everybody can afford it if they associate some sort of value to it. So like I said, I need you to 5x, 10x, 100x whatever you are selling right now, and then I need you to figure out what you need to do to make it worth the most amount to somebody. The other benefit to selling these outrageously expensive things is that, just how I said, a certain part of the world is always going to buy that $2 Coke or, the least expensive thing. A certain part of the world is also going to buy the most expensive thing, because that's just who they are. But it doesn't hurt you at all to sell anything super expensive. So just put it there with the expectation that it won't sell, and then when it does, you'll be extremely surprised. But if your price for that expensive product isn't getting a gasp, it's not expensive enough, because it hasn't broken that person's reality of what they thought that your pricing was going to be like. For example, if you say your product is $10,000, they're probably going to be like, whoa, I was not expecting that much. And you can just be like, no worries, here's why it's worth it. And then if they still can't, because a lot of them won't be able to, then you can be like, well, maybe I can do 70% of that for $2,000. And then you'll be like, yeah, that's great, because it seems like it's nothing. So if your silver is $2,000, that's your in-between, and your bronze is $1,000, that's the bare minimum, and then your super expensive product, your gold, is $10,000, you're going to sell a lot of silvers because it seems like it's a great deal. Now, the thing that I see a lot of people do is they'll have like a $20 a month, a $30 a month, and then a $40 a month plan. But the thing is that you need to meet people's buying personas. So you may have that $20 a month plan, but then you have a $50 a month plan, and then a $100 a month plan, because the needs of these customers are going to be completely different, because some things are more valuable to some people than others. For example, if I'm selling something to Google, it's going to be way more valuable to them if I go and sell it to a small computer store down the road. So you then can price it accordingly. You can literally just provide more value to them because of who they are, not because of who you are. So 5x, 10x, 100x, think about what you would provide for each of those levels. Start selling it at the front of your business, and then expect 1 in 50 people to buy that most expensive product. And everybody else is going to be much comfortable taking the other options. But that's all for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!